Hi, friends. Welcome to Snuggle Bunny Story Time with Dr. Teri Rouse. That's me. Gus is around here someplace, and here's our dear friend Snuggle Bunny joining us today. Today, I'm reading a story called Amazing Grace. And I have to share a little bit about where I got the book from. This is a book that I was given as a gift. It was my birthday gift, actually, from a business mentor of mine. She knows that I love to read books and gave me the option of purchasing a book to read for Snuggle Bunny Story Time, which I thought was fantastic. So shout out to Kim Walsh Phillips. Amazing Grace. Love it. Anyway, the book is written by Mary Hoffman and illustrated by Caroline Finch. And I'm excited to share this book with you today. Amazing Grace. Today's book is sponsored by Kids Interventions and Direct Services and drterirouse.com, which you can see the message right down there at the bottom. And so let's get started. Amazing Grace. Grace was a girl who loved stories. She didn't mind if they were read to her or told to her or made up in her own head. She didn't care if they were from books or movies or out of Nana's long memory. Grace just loved stories. And after she had heard them, and sometimes while they were still going on, Grace would act them out. And she always gave herself the most exciting parts. Grace went into battle as Joan of Arc. She wove a wicked web as Anansi the spider. She hid inside the wooden horse at the gates of Troy. She went exploring for lost kingdoms. She sailed the 7 seas with a peg leg and a parrot. She was Aladdin, rubbing his magic lamp to make the genie appear. And she was Mowgli in the backyard jungle. Most of all, Grace loved to act out adventure stories and fairy tales. When there was no one else around, Grace played all the parts herself. She set out to seek her fortune with no companion but her trusty cat and found a city with streets paved in gold. Sometimes she could get Ma and Nana to join in when they weren't too busy. Then she was Dr. Grace, and their lives were in her hands. One day, Grace's teacher said they would do the play Peter Pan. Grace knew who she wanted to be. When she raised her hand, Raj said, "You can't be Peter. That's a boy's name." But Grace kept her hand up. "You can't be Peter Pan," whispered Natalie. "He isn't black." But Grace kept her hand up. "All right," said the teacher. "Lots of you want to be Peter Pan, so we'll have auditions next week to choose parts." She gave them words to learn. When Grace got home, she seemed sad. What's the matter? Asked Ma. Raj said I couldn't be Peter Pan because I'm a girl. That just shows what Raj knows, said Ma. A girl can be Peter Pan if she wants to. Grace cheered up, but then a moment later she remembered something else. Natalie said I can't be Peter Pan because I'm black, she said. Ma looked angry. But before she could speak, Nana said, it seems Natalie is another one who doesn't know nothing. You can be anything you want, Grace, if you put your mind to it. On Saturday, Nana told Grace they were going out. In the afternoon, they caught a bus and train into town. Nana took Grace to a grand theater. The sign outside read, Rosalie Wilkins in Romeo and Juliet in sparkling letters. Are we going to the ballet, Nana? Asked Grace. We are, honey. But first, I want you to look at this picture. Grace looked up and saw a beautiful young ballerina in a tutu. Above the dancer, it said, Stunning New Juliet. That one is little Rosalie from back home in Trinidad, said Nana. Her granny and me, we grew up together on the island. She's always asking me, do I want tickets to see Rosalie dance? So this time I said yes. After the ballet, Grace played the part of Juliet, dancing around her room in her imaginary tutu. I can be anything I want, she thought. On Monday, the class met for auditions to choose who was best for each part. When it was Grace's turn to be Peter, she knew exactly what to do and all the words to say. She'd been Peter Pan all weekend. She took a deep breath and imagined herself flying. When it was time to vote, the class chose Raj to be Captain Hook and Natalie to be Wendy. There was no doubt who would be Peter Pan. Everyone voted for Grace. You were fantastic, whispered Natalie. The play was a big success, and Grace was an amazing Peter Pan. After it was all over, she said, I feel as if I could fly all the way home. You probably could, said Ma. Yes, said Nana. If Grace put her mind to it, she can do anything she wants. The end. I will tell you that there are, it seems to be a number of the Grace books, and they are written and illustrated by Mary and Caroline Finch, just collecting stories of people that they know and possibly some of their own experiences as well. I don't know all of the story of the illustrator and the author here, but I just wanted to remind each and every one of you how special you are and how unique you are. And now it is your time to let your light shine. So go forward and shine your light bright, because we all need a little bit of light. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again soon. Please remember, check out drterirouse.com for information and tools and all kinds of cool things to help you help your kids be the best that they can be during this crazy time. Good night, everybody. Thanks again.